Hello Taurus, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot, and it's time for September readings. I've got the Curious Travels Tarot this time, and I've also got a rune deck and the Moonology Oracle deck. As always, these are general readings for a general Taurian audience, so please take what resonates for you and leave the rest for another Taurus. And of course, I invite you to check out the videos for all of your major astrological placements. So like your sun sign, your rising sign, your moon sign, those tend to be the most resonant. Okay. And sometimes one or the other is really, really resonant with you, and sometimes, you know, there's a little something in each of the videos for you. Here we go. Oh, nice. Okay, so the rune we got is Tiwaz, which is kind of like an arrow. It's related to honor, justice, leadership, doing the right thing, you know, pointing. It's like pointing your arrow, pointing yourself in the right direction, and just staying true to that direction, staying focused, staying on the path. Sometimes there's a bit about, or a piece that's kind of about self-sacrifice that's associated with this, but I don't quite. I've never felt that interpretation of it. I don't see how that comes together in sort of modern day interpretation, but I feel. I understand, or I experience that part about staying solid and focused on your goals, your dreams, being, you know, doing the right thing. It's kind of like a little bit like karma. Sometimes you just know you got to do the right thing. There's the right thing and the wrong thing, or there's the right path, or this is just about doing the right thing, being on the right path, staying true to who you are, staying true to your vision. And that relates to the Moonology Oracle card, having faith in your dreams. Sometimes some of us have some goals that take a while to achieve, or to take a number of steps, or might take a number of years, or require, you know, a lot of training, something like that. And you just have to stay the course. You have to stay focused. You have to do all the steps. You have to stay dedicated. You have to do the training, or whatever it is. So we see both of those things in this reading. Staying the course, knowing who you are, and sometimes doing the hard thing because it's the right thing. So let's get into this reading, Taurus. In the first column, we have the Eight of Cups paired with the Five of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles doesn't look ideal. It can be a card that's about a lack of resources. So sometimes it's literally about physical resources, like you don't have enough money to pay the rent, or to pay a tax bill, or something like that. But this can also come up when you're working so hard you get sick. And I apologize. I actually have one of those summer colds because I had a really tough August. I got stressed out and I got sick. So that's what you hear in my voice right now. So let me say to you, Taurus, it does look like you have some challenges in this month. I mean, some good opportunities are happening, but also some challenges. So there is with this card the warning to take care of yourself, to delegate if you need to, or ask for help. This is definitely the time. You can even see it in the artwork. See, there are hands reaching into our central character. There is help if you need it. Do not be afraid to ask, like if you need help moving, if you need help with a little, if you need to ask your sister to help you to help with some cash to tide you over for the rent or mortgage or whatever, ask for a little bit of help. Don't be afraid. Or if you just need someone to go to the drugstore to pick up some, cold medication or something, don't be afraid to ask for help. Help is available if you need it. This is not the month to go it alone. This is paired with the Eight of Cups, which is a card that suggests it might be time to move on towards greener pastures. That always sounds dramatic, but it could be the sort of thing where you realize maybe your work hours are just not compatible with childcare or something, and you just need to make an adjustment there. Or your living situation is not healthy or not conducive to schoolwork, and you need to find a quieter place to live or something. It's not necessarily indicating like you have to get a divorce or you have to quit your job, but something in your life needs adjustment so you can work towards a healthier work-life balance or something along those lines. And you'll know what's right for you, Taurus, but it's really about moving towards greater satisfaction, a healthier lifestyle. And because it's paired with this Five of Pentacles, which is suggesting a lack of resources, we're talking about making a shift to improve this lack of resources, right? So that you don't burn out, a little shift or a change has to happen. Now in the next column, we see the Ace of Swords with the Emperor. Aces are new beginnings, so new opportunities. This could be a new opportunity. This could even be like a new job, or seeking a new job, or seeking someone to help you write your resume, or polish up your social media, because swords tend to be about the area of our communication. So it can be about writing or social media or legal things, contracts. And the Emperor is often how we sort of build our empire, as it were, how we build our life. So what we want as our foundation, how we are building what we need for our world. Are we interested in focusing on our career, on building a family, on entrepreneurial stuff? Is there a particular career path? What are we wanting to build in this life, and how do we go about it? The Emperor doesn't just do the building. The Emperor also has the planning, so they can plan for teams. So there's also, again, with the Emperor, this piece of delegating or having a team or assistants, having employees to help. So the Emperor cannot build everything by him or herself. So again, I'm reminding you, reach out for help, hire someone if you need it, like hire movers, or as it applies in your situation, where can you inspire others to help you with your goals? Because Rome wasn't built in a day, and it wasn't built by one person. In the next column, we see another ace, which is another opportunity, another new beginning, a cycle of perhaps, again, a new job, or a new educational opportunity. Take it as it resonates for you. But again, aces are new beginnings, and this is a new chance to, it could be improve a skill or a credit on a resume, or an actual new job comes in. The Knight of Swords is a swift change, taking action with this new opportunity, whatever it is for you. So this could indicate a new position. Again, this could also be a new job. This could be you resigning. This is an action that you take that shifts the whole scene for you. So it could play out a number of different ways depending on your circumstances, depending on your industry, depending on your sort of where you're at in your life. It could be retiring, going back to school, moving, breaking up with someone, moving in with someone. It's a major sort of life shift, and it's the sort of conversation or the letter or the email or the communication that facilitates that huge shift. And it is in combination with this new opportunity, whether it's work or education or whatever it is for you. That sounds very dramatic, right? And so, of course, the next card we have here is the Death card, which any fan of the tarot knows is not a literal death, but a transformation. Because you've got such a big shift here with these new opportunities, with this walking away from, or this shift of whatever wasn't working over here, something really has to give, and it's going to feel like a major transformation. Even if you're just changing from full-time hours to part-time hours to facilitate being more available for your kids, that's going to feel like a major transformation. Certainly if you decide it's time to retire, or I have to move from this apartment life to a home, or whatever your transition moment is, whatever this sort of transition is, it's a real transformation. And it's like when the caterpillar goes from being a creature that crawls along on the ground to the creature that flies in the air. It's a whole different, it's a whole new paradigm, right? And although this card doesn't look ideal, sometimes when we make these changes, and especially fixed signs, like Taurus is a fixed sign, change can be hard. But if we know we need to change, we know we need to change. So I don't think this Three of Swords is really predicting a major loss. I think it's really getting to the heart of that you're making changes that you know you need to make, that you know are the right thing for you right now. But it just, sometimes change is hard. So you may be feeling it. When the caterpillar goes from caterpillar to that cocoon, inside the cocoon they change from caterpillar to sort of nothingness. They're sort of goo in the cocoon for a little bit. And it's painful to go from caterpillar to nothingness to goo. And it takes them a while. It takes them like a few weeks in the cocoon as goo before they start to really take shape as and become the butterfly. So as painful as that is, there is the beauty of being the butterfly that comes afterwards, right? So just if you're feeling that pain of the Three of Swords, just remember it's the goo phase, and after that you get to be the butterfly. That's what the death card promises, right? That it's transformation. Transformation can be painful when you're in the middle of it, but on the other side, you get to fly. So I hope that's helpful, Taurus. That's what I have for you. And of course, once these changes are made, then life gets easier on the other side. It's so much faster to fly than it is to crawl on the ground, right? So once these changes are made, you're going to be a creature of the air, and you're going to get around so much faster. If this reading was helpful, I hope you'll consider leaving a comment or like, share, subscribe. In any case, please take good care. Until next time, bye for now.